It's been beautifully well organised, and someone who knows about organising things, of course, is Royal Pageant Master Bruno Peek, who joins us now. Bruno, it's lovely to see you again.
Nice to speak to you again.
Can I just ask you first and foremost, I mean, I know this isn't your particular field of expertise in a way, but what we've seen with the lying-in state, I mean, the organisation actually must be absolutely tremendous, but it has worked beautifully.
It's phenomenal, but we in this country, as you know, we always rehearse, and these plans have been put in place for many years. It's not something that just happened overnight. So we always have the confidence in this country that when these events take place, we're ready and prepared.
The funeral on Monday, then, Bruno, because I mean, I know a lot of the sort of processional and military side of things have been prepared, but even so, pulling it all together for something which is going to be as big as it is going to be is really quite something, because we won't have ever seen the like in our lifetime, will we?
Well, it'll be the biggest show the world has ever seen, especially when it's joined by all these heads of states, other kings and queens, as well as the general public along the route, all the military taking part, the service itself. It'll be so amazing for the whole country and the whole world, where they're paying tribute to this wonderful woman.
Event like this with a lot of very, world leaders. Is there somebody from the palace who advises you on the pecking order, where people should stand, for instance, or sit?
There are people within the palace who have that role. Very, very important people, but people who've got a lot of experience in these types of events. I mean, the seating plan. Take the seating plan of a wedding. It's not an easy situation to have to undertake. So seating plans, of course, are very important, as well as the people who are actually attending the event itself. But again, I keep saying it, they've got so much experience. The royal household have got so much experience in this type of activity that we're all in safe hands.
About it, Bruno, is, and I know certainly from the work you have done during the Queen's lifetime, and now as we give her a send-off like no other, it is about doing her proud, isn't it? I can imagine that is what is in everybody's mind.
It is, and the people of the world have shown that. I mean, people have travelled from all over the country, all over the world, to pay tribute at Westminster Hall. And they've done it in such a delicate and a nice way, not seeing any problems. Nobody's pushing because they want to be at the centre or the front of the queue. No, it's been so well organised. But, you know, we've got to thank the people of the world who've actually travelled from so far around the world to come and pay tribute to our Queen. And I really take my hat off to them.
We've seen so many pictures as well, just there, of the troops, the bands, goodness knows who, the naval ratings who are going to pull the gun carriage, are all having to do rehearsals in the dark, you know, in the dead of night, probably 2, 3 in the morning. That's amazing, but I guess that you have probably organised events which must be rehearsed in some way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of the reasons why we've always been successful and never had a real problem is because we have had to rehearse. And the rehearsal side is the element that will 99.9% guarantee that you will have a successful event. And again, these guys and these ladies who are actually taking part, well, you know, in the military, this will be such a proud moment for them. So they're going to be making sure that they don't put a step wrong.
What are you going to be doing on the day of the funeral, Bruno? Do you get to take part in something official as
London,
someone who is
tomorrow? But I'm undertaking so many interviews at the moment that I'm having to stay in Norfolk. So we're going to be, and we paid our tribute to Her Majesty the Queen the other day because my career started in Great Yarmouth in Norfolk, that was when I was first officially presented to the Queen, because I organised the decoration of her royal route. So my wife, and because the beacons were the last event that Her Majesty the Queen took part in, and as you know, lit the first beacon at Windsor Castle, we paid tribute at the local beacon in Great Yarmouth, and we laid flowers at the base of that beacon, which was really quite moving.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Yes, you've got to do it in your own way if you can't actually get to the event.
Yeah. Look, Bruno,
Also, you don't forget where you come from.
Yeah, absolutely. As always, Bruno, it's wonderful to talk to you, and thank you for taking the time to speak to us once again.